Hey friends, Brandon Montemayor here with Montemayor & Associates, your #1 real estate resource. So it's been a little bit, but we wanted to give you an update on a few things, specifically where the market is, where interest rates are, some changes that have happened with commissions and how those are being paid. And then finally, we got family photo day. As you scroll down the email that we sent you, click on the link there and get signed up for our annual family photo day. Bring out the whole family and get a little quick mini session for that holiday card. So let's get to business. Let's talk inventory in Santa Clarita. So if we rewind to like 6-9 months ago, we were down in that 300 range, and we have now jumped up to the mid 500. So we're about 555 active and available homes. And remember, that's everything from 1-bedroom condos up to custom homes in Sand Canyon or Valencia in the 4 million plus range. So 555, still not a huge number, but definitely up from that 300 number that we were sitting at previously. Now, if you rewind to the previous information, to see a balanced market in Santa Clarita, we're gonna need to get up to that 700-800 mark and stay there. And even once we get over 600 to the 600-700 range, and if we stay at that point, we will see some leveling out. So let's talk interest rates, and then we'll tie this back into what's happening in the market. So FHA, VA, so government insured type loans are in the high 4s, low 5s. We got conventional in the high 5s, low 6s, and we got high balance in the low to mid 6. So although rates have pulled back from the peak, a little bit over a year ago when we were up in that high 7s and 8 range, buyers are still moving slow. And where we're seeing them move extremely slow right now is in those higher price points. So over $1 million, especially as we get into that 1.3, 1.5 range and above, not a lot of activity going on in there. And even in the lower price points, it has slowed down a bit, but things are still happening in that kind of bread and butter medium price point out here in that $700,000-800,000 range. So again, things are still moving across the board. If it's a good product, priced right, makes sense, it's still getting sold. So there's a few reasons for that. Some of the obstacles we're running into right now are fire insurance. I'm sure many of you have experienced the increase in that depending on where you live. Interest rates, of course, although they've pulled back, they're still on the upper end compared to what we have seen in the past in the 3s and the 4s. And I don't know if those will be coming back around very soon. But in many cases, it still makes sense even in that 5-6 range. And then finally, the elephant in the room, we've got the election coming up here in November. So a lot of people throw things on pause until that election happens and they see what plays out there. And then they feel more comfortable moving forward, whichever way it ends up going. So now let's talk about commissions. You might have heard of all the lawsuits happening out there with regards to commissions. And it's kind of business as usual still here at Montemayor & Associates, because we've always discussed with our clients and have always disclosed that commissions are negotiable. All of our clients have known that. But what has changed now, specifically on the selling end of things, before when we met for your listing appointment, and as we wrote out the listing agreement, what your home was gonna sell for, what the commissions were, you had to commit to an amount up front, what you would pay us, and then what you would offer to the buyer's agent who brought the buyer through. The nice thing for sellers now is that now in the listing appointment, we discuss what we feel we are worth and what we're gonna go to work for with regards to commission for you. And then based on the quality and the terms and the price and what you're going to net on the offer, you then get to determine what you're gonna offer to the buyer's agent. So if you have any questions on that, more than happy to break that down for you. And then one other little thing to that is now buyers, we are required to be under a buyer broker agreement before showing you any properties to basically explain the impact on buyers from this whole commission change up and things. So again, not a whole lot has changed from what we've seen in the first few transactions, and this change only took place a month or two ago. So again, pretty much business as usual, especially for our clients. But again, a little bit more disclosure and clarity, which is protecting the average consumer out there, so not a bad thing. So we'll wrap it up with, again, we got our family photo day happening this Saturday. There's still some time slots available. And that's just our thank you to you guys for all your trust and support. So bring out the family. You got about a 10-minute photo session with a professional photographer. We'll have those back to you in 2 weeks, and perfect timing for getting those holiday cards ready and out to all your family and friends. And again, bring the kids, bring the dog, bring the in-laws, bring the neighbor, mailman. We don't care. It's your 10 minutes. Get signed up, and we'd love to see you there. You have any questions, you know where to find us. Have a great day.